Hey, Tony Gaddis here. Now, forgive me for talking to you while I'm walking, but got to get it in when I can. Woo! Hey, something on my spirit today now. Listen to me. Because we're going through, and I understand that it is not easy. That we all struggle somewhere, somehow, some way. That life is not easy, growth is not easy, change is not easy, that we will struggle day in and day out. And that every day is a battle, a spiritual battle. And our life feels like a spiritual war. I understand that. But we have been equipped with the tools to win the battle. And what I'm focusing on right now, and I want to share this with you, is to win one battle at a time. To not try to win yesterday, and to not try to win tomorrow, but to win today. To win the battles today. You know where you struggle. You know your shortcomings. You know why you struggle. You know how you struggle. So now you just have to make the choice to win. To let the struggle strengthen you. To let the struggle make you better, make you stronger, and not the opposite. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yes. But it will not be easy. So listen to me. We struggle in several different ways. One way may be in this society, because of social media. I would say one of the major struggles is covetousness, which would be comparison. Because it's so easy. And I talk to so many people who say the same thing. So I say, okay, this is a real struggle. So many people say the same thing. They say, I got off social media, or I quit social media because of comparison. I got tired of feeling like someone else's life was better than mine. And this affects everybody. It affects everybody. So I've heard this from black people, white people, Asian people, Hispanic people. I have clients in those demographics. And I've heard it across the board. And so it's sad, but it's a reality. So if you struggle with covetousness, comparison, for some it's going to be, some women will be jealous of married women. Single women be jealous of married women. Married women are jealous of single women. On the men's side, the same thing can happen. People with less money, jealous of people with more money. Sometimes people with more money, jealous of people with less money. Yes, that happens. Unattractive person feel like they're unattractive. They may be jealous of somebody they feel attractive. What you have to do is you got to remind yourself that you are enough and that you do not know the behind the scenes of what this other person is dealing with. You have to remind yourself that every single human is battling something that they feel like they may never beat. Every human. Every human. Again, every human is battling something that they feel they will battle the rest of their lives, and that they may never fully conquer this thing. And what I want you to understand is that his or her battle will kill you. So why do you envy his or her life when his or her battles will kill you? You have been given the battles that will test you and challenge you, but they will not kill you. But if you envy the life of someone else, you are praying for problems that will destroy you. And that's what you have to understand if you struggle with comparison. Now, on the other side of this, there may be internal battles, behind closed doors battles, all of these things. What you have to understand is that we come to a place where we start choosing to lose, where a loss is not guaranteed, a loss is not forced on us, but we start choosing to lose. We start choosing to give in to that impulse. We choose to bow down and to break to that impulse. We choose to lose. And when you choose to lose, you are choosing a habit. You're choosing damnation. You're choosing struggle. You're choosing failure. But see, when you are confronted with the opportunity to make a decision, you have the power within you to make the right decision. And when you make the right decision, you may feel like you're losing it. You may feel short of breath. You may feel weakened. You may feel like, man, what am I doing? Like, okay, I passed the test right now, in this moment, in this hour, in this day. But what about the next one? And what about the next one? And what about when the ante is upped? What about when it gets a little harder? What about when this looks like something that I know for sure, but I should not speak on it because I'm used to operating from a place of insecurity, from a place of fear, from a place of anxiety, from a place of depression, from a place of control. So I should not react. I should not act on this. And you know it. And see, what you have to realize is that your brain has some defaults because of the habits and the choices that you have made. So now you automatically default to certain things in your area of struggle. It comes so quickly. It happens so quickly in your area of struggle. So what you have to realize is that you have to come to a place to understand that when you do the opposite of what you are accustomed to do, you do not stop breathing. You do not lose life. That what you start to do is you start to rewire your brain. You start to tell your brain, I know this is what we are accustomed to doing. This is how we are accustomed to handling this situation. But today, that's not what we're doing. We're doing this. Now your brain gets a new wire. It gets a new message. It's like, whoa, okay, so we have options. So we could do this, or we could do this. Okay, when we used to do this option over here, what you were accustomed to, then we would send signals and we would send chemicals to the body that make your stomach hurt, that shuts your body down, that send you into a place of anger or fear or stress or depression. But when you chose this over here, you struggled for a moment because it felt like an outer body experience. But then we release chemicals of calm and joy and peace. And you had a sense of empowerment because you won. So then you were able to go work out. You were able to finish that project, finish your work. You were able to smile and laugh and have a good time. So the brain telling you, listen, it looked like that new option that you have just installed, that's the option we need to be taking. But there are some perceived rewards to the old option, because sometimes we find a sense of peace and we find a sense of belonging and comfort in chaos or in toxicity or in those toxic emotions and feelings. We get comfortable there, to where to be the opposite, to be operating from joy and peace and love, it feels awkward. It feels different, like you feel unworthy of those emotions. And that's what you have to understand, that you're going to have to win the battles, rewire your brain, teach yourself new habits, new behaviors, and do things differently. And then reward yourself for those things. And what you have to do is you have to create a life that speaks your language. So you have to do you. There's some things that stimulate you, that make you come alive. And a lot of times we don't do enough of those things because we feel guilty. We feel guilty about our kids, our family, friends, spouse, co-workers, whoever it may be. We feel guilty and we shrink. So you may need a 30-minute walk every day. If the only time you have that 30 minutes is on your lunch break, then go take that walk on your lunch break. Get you some wet wipes so that you're not moist in the people chair at work after you take that walk. But take that 30-minute walk. If it's a scenic area, then do that. If you have budgeted your money and you want a brand new car and you can afford it, you counted the cost, it don't matter that everybody else is driving an American car on your job. If you want a foreign car and that Mercedes-Benz or BMW, you can afford the maintenance, you can afford the new tires, you have budgeted, and that's your goal, that's your dream. It don't matter if your family member walking. You got to do for you what is going to make you come alive. Now, yeah, the Bible tell you to help people out when they ask to borrow money, and if they ask you to go a mile, go 2 miles. If they ask you for your shirt, give them your jacket too. So yeah, you can do all that. And after you've done all of that, if you got something left for you and you want to go on your walk, you want to take a trip, you want to buy you something nice, some nice shoes or nice clothes, we do not do enough of what makes us come alive. And don't think I'm talking about material things, because for you it may be sitting in silence for 30 minutes. It may be going on a ride. It may be hopping on the subway and just being there like like you invisible and just thinking. Or on the bus or in your car. It might be listening to calming sounds or music. It could be whatever. But you have to do what makes you come alive. And see, so often we become so codependent on other people. And we become so people-pleasing that we don't do what we need to do for us. And in the midst, we start to lose ourselves. And as we lose ourselves, we start to develop resentment. And we start to harbor hate and ill feelings. And then we start to become depressed and stressed and anxiety-ridden. And we looking and we like, oh, I'm supposed to be this good person. Why am I feeling like this? And it's because we're not taking care of ourselves. We're not doing what we know we need to be doing for ourselves. And you create your own schedule. You create your own system. You create your own routine and regimen that will keep you alive, that will keep you functioning at a high level so that you are optimal on your job, in your passion, your dream, your purpose, with your friends, with your family, whether that's kids or a spouse or both, or it's just you. But you operating at a high level because you are putting together the pieces and the plan that will have you clicking on all cylinders. And that's what you got to do, and you got to love yourself on that level. So listen to me. Be very intentional about the area that you need to grow in. Be very intentional about the area you need to grow in. So, hey, God bless you. I'm going to have some more videos for you. I just break these down, segment them a little bit. God bless you. We'll talk soon.